Howdy, howdy,
Hey
howdy,
guys.
folks. What's up? So, no big news that we really have anything to talk about from this past month as far as anything new being discovered, big that we really saw. Um, we have a banger of a guest tonight. We're really excited about our guests. But first, we are gonna play our sponsor video and then we'll get right on into it.
Hey you guys, it's Kyle from Markham Reptiles. Here at Markham Reptiles, we keep a variety of cool different species of snakes, and we also happen to be one of the only breeders in the US captive breeding northern white-lipped pythons. That is our specialty here at Markham Reptiles. We love northern white-lipped pythons. We also love educating you guys about different species of reptiles in our YouTube videos. Go check us out on YouTube, Markham Reptiles. We are also at Markham Reptiles on Instagram and Markham Reptiles on TikTok. Please go check us out. We hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and please continue to spread the love of reptiles and arachnids.
Beasts, Brews, and Botany is the most unique reptile show in Northern Virginia and maybe in the country. It's at Eavesdrop Brewery that has delicious alcoholic beverages and a wonderful array of food in the area as well. Courtyards to chill in. It's dog friendly. It's kid friendly. You can bring the whole entire family out. You can get all your plants, arachnids, reptiles. You could get dart frogs, vampire crabs, and take photos with reptiles as well. The first Sunday of each month at Eavesdrop Brewery is Beasts and Brews, so the reptile show. And the second Sunday of every month is Brews and Botany at Eavesdrop Brewery. Now, this event is held by my good friend Kiko, and he actually has a variety of carnivorous plants as well. He ships said carnivorous plants anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's Venus flytraps, sundews, any carnivorous plant you could want. Go give him a follow at Flora Esoterica on Instagram and Facebook. And definitely, if you're in Northern Virginia, you need to check out Beasts, Brews, and Botany. You will not be disappointed.
All right, guys. Thanks to our two sponsors. Who we got up in the comments? Let's see. We'll give some shouts. We see Kiko.
There's Adrian. We just got to see him yesterday. Finally. Oh, the tarantula fairy.
Rhonda. And Kyle. I see Kyle from Markham Reptiles.
There's Nick. Spider Nick.
With his little Versi. Yep. All right, guys. Well, we got a crazy banger of a guest tonight. I'm gonna throw him up here, Mr. Ty Randall
from Tie-Dye Exotics.
From Tie-Dye Exotics. There he is.
Oh, hello. Howdy, guys.
Thanks so much for coming on. We're very excited to get to chat with you.
Yeah, me as well.
We've got so many inverts from you in our collection. So
we sure do. Nice. We sure do. I have a lot of baboons and Somophaeus from you, actually.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love to hear it.
Yep.
So,
all right. Well, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So I'm Ty Randall. I own Tie-Dye Exotics. We sell spiders and roaches and mantis and whatever fucking bugs we feel like at any particular time. But yeah, I have a website. We do our palm streets sometimes. We travel around the country and do expos, and have had the grace of being decently successful at what we do.
For good reason.
Yeah, we have lots of healthy specimens from you.
Oh, always. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Robert's here. Robert's 9342 says he loves dealing with Ty. He's great, and his customer service is second to none. We would agree.
Yep.
Well, I always try. So thank you, Roberts. I appreciate that.
Oh, Alex is in the comments. Hope you're feeling better, Alex.
Aw.
She's sick. Poor thing.
Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about spiders in a different way today. Let's talk about just insects and the hobby as a business in general.
Yeah.
I'd like to get a perspective and give people watching a perspective of what it's like to be in the business, in the hobby, what it's like to what is importing, what does it mean, break down so we can all understand everything.
Yeah, so first of all, the business side of it is, I work 7 days a week. I get up 5 or 6 in the morning. I get to work by 7 or 8, and I work till I can't no more, and then I go to bed, and then I start over again.
And so, you do this full time, right?
Yeah, this is my full-time job. We did it for a number of years. I was afraid to cut the noose from my regular full-time job, and then I said, fuck it, I'm over it. Let's do this. And then I haven't looked back since. I never want to go back to working for the man again, but it certainly isn't easy. It's a lot to do. You have to constantly be innovative. You have to not be afraid of the work that's ahead of you, and not be afraid to take more risks than you're comfortable with. That is for damn sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a facility just for your business, or do you operate out of your home?
So kind of both.
Okay.
When we bought the house that we're living in, I bought it for the fact that it has a guest house. It's my animal facility.
Awesome.
We're sitting in it right now. This is what would be the living room of the guest house. And then that bedroom is full of cockroaches and isopods. And then we got a storage room. And then we got a workspace in the kitchen. That's not
awesome.
It's a workspace. And we have way outgrown this space. I've got employees running over each other. We're always running over each other. We struggle to find places to put all the spiders sometimes, and it's time to upgrade soon, for sure. But yeah, this is my home away from home, or home at home.
That's awesome.
It's nice being able to just walk out of your house and get to work, I'm sure.
It very much is. However, there's times where I won't leave for like a week. Because FedEx comes to me, and
that's true.
But at the same time, you get kind of stir crazy after a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to be able to leave and put things behind you.
Yeah.
And when you are a business owner, especially in a business like this, and it's no disrespect to anybody, but spider people are night people, and the business runs during the day. So you go home after working all day, and then you work all night. So the separation is not entirely there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't deal with just tarantulas either. You said you have a whole bunch of roaches, you have scorpions. What are some of your favorites to work with? Like, what are you very, very passionate about, even if it's just right now?
Okay, so my favorite creatures on the planet, not for breeding purposes, because I don't breed them, is centipedes. Centipedes are hands down my favorite creatures on the planet. They are creepy, they are colorful, they almost look like candy. They're so unreal. However, they are way more predictable than people think.
Really?
They are super intelligent, and and I just can't get enough of them. They are hands down my favorite creatures. It's I love the spiders, but I love these centipedes. That said, they are very difficult to sex. They're difficult to breed. It's difficult to get your hands on enough stock, or they're so expensive that you don't want to risk a breeding. I mean, so there's a lot behind that. But I mean, I love them. I absolutely love them. I've had a passion for just about every bug at some point. I kind of got into bugs. I was telling y'all before the show started. We were reptile breeders and keepers, and I fell in love with the cockroaches. So when we were breeding chameleons, we were big on diversity in the types of bugs we offered. So, you know, I'd bring home a species of cockroach. I remember explaining that to the wife the first time. And then that turned into 3 species of roach, turned into 10, turned into about 200 at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken. And I fell in love with the cockroaches and the roly-polies, and then I kind of evolved into spiders one year, and all kinds of fun stuff.
That's cool.
And now we offer scorpions, centipedes, spiders, tarantulas. We do roly-polies, cockroaches, you name it. If it's legal, we'll do it. So we do not offer exotic beetles. We do not offer exotic phasmids for obvious legal reasons, or if maybe it's not obvious, you're not allowed to keep those in the United States. So,
gotcha.
But yeah,
I don't know anybody that has the diversity you do with inverts in general. Anytime we have someone that comes up to us and wants something other than tarantulas, some type of invert, check out Tie-Dye Exotics. He's probably got some version of it. I'm sure of it.
And I saw that comment. We're based out of the Houston, Texas area, but we do ship all over the United States. So,
and everything we've received from you has been impeccable shipping.
Yeah. And someone mentioned earlier, I think it was Roberts, he said, I've never had a business owner call me about my order on a Sunday. Didn't he call us one time? Yeah. And I was shocked. I was like, wait, he's calling us about our order? That's crazy. So yeah, you really can't.
Well, there's a couple sides of that equation. So number one, I'm huge on customer service. I want to respond to everybody. I just got a review yesterday. I was super disappointed. It said I didn't respond to an email, and it beat me up. But I'm big on communication. The other flip side of that coin is I hate texting. If I have an option to call you and speak it out over the course of 2, 5, 10 minutes, I'm going to do that over texting for the next 30 minutes to 2 hours.
Fair enough. That's fair.
So, and I work 7 days a week, so calling on a Sunday to me is no different than calling on a Monday or any other day of the week. But I appreciate the sentiment, and thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I know one of the reasons you're able to offer the selection you are is because you do import some of your animals. So with importing, what does that look like for you as far as an import shipment? Is it typically captive bred specimens? What does an import day look for you? Can you walk us through that a little bit? Because I think it's a foreign subject for a lot of us.
Well, first of all, it's a lot. And imports don't typically start out. It's not something I snap in and next week I have an import. Imports typically start out a month, 2, 3 months in advance, where a conversation has to take place. We start looking at lists just like we do with domestic breeders, but the process is a lot more time intensive. And it costs a lot of money, like a lot of money. And just to justify a shipment, I mean, you're paying sometimes, I think my last shipment was almost $2,500 in shipping. So on top of that, you know, you got 8 or 10 grand in tariffs to pay for. On top of that, you got brokers to pay for and vet certificates and this and that and the other thing. It adds up very, very quickly. So it's very cash intensive. And in order to do that, you have to be able to put together thousands of animals to make it worthwhile. So it's not like I can order, you know, 200 animals that I want. Well, I could, but if I'm ordering 200 animals, I'm also paying, you know, an extra $10 to ship each animal, which is intensive. So, but yeah, so we start out 2-3 months in advance. We go back and forth, and all the way up until the planning of the import. I mean, the week before the import, I'm on my computer. I'm having to make out lists. I'm having to make out just making out stickers. I mean, if you can imagine getting 3,000 animals in, you have to make 3,000 stickers. You have to prep 3,000 enclosures. You have to make sure you have enough deli cups, dirt. You have to make sure. I mean, that there's a ton that goes into it. It is. And then when we get it in, so I have 2 full-time employees. I've got Mrs. Tie-Dye Exotics. I've got my daughter. I've got sometimes local help that'll come in, and it's usually between 4 and 6 of us unpacking for 2 or 3 days straight. And like, if you look on the shelves behind me, you don't see a single one of these on the shelf because I don't use these. I use these to catch spiders outside. But we don't like to keep things in vials. I'm a big advocate of ample ventilation. So every single one of our spiders gets put into something like this or something size appropriate.
Yeah.
With the exception that we may have something put in this if it's extra tight.
Yeah.
But other than that, we have to rehouse them, we have to feed them, we have to water them. It's very, very time and time intensive and cost intensive. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak of heart, for sure.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a labor of love.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be passionate to do it. It's
and I
a little crazy as well.
Love what I absolutely love what I do, but it's a lot. You have to love what you do to do this and be successful. I'll never get rich doing this. I'm always gonna be in debt. I'm always gonna be behind the game with life goals, but you know, we enjoy what we do.
Exactly. And there's something to say. Yeah, there's something to say for, you know, being able to do what you love every single day. I'm sure it makes it worth it.
Oh yeah.
I know even when we get a wholesale order in of, you know, 100 or 200 spiders, I'm like, oh no. So I can't imagine, you know, having to rehouse and unpack on that scale.
How have the tariffs affected you at all?
Actually, they've affected me hugely. So it's hard to give exact numbers without giving away.
No, I don't want any numbers. I'm just curious, you know, because I know it. People, you know, were gung ho for a lot of these tariffs, but they didn't think about the back end of it. You know, what it was going to do to, like, you know, their hobbies and the hobby and stuff like that once it went into effect. And I'm just, you know, curious how,
It's affected it
if the
hugely.
importers, if importing got hit hard with, you know, the spiders and stuff like that, bringing in captive bred, you know, specimens into the United States.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna answer. I see a couple isopod questions. We do sell isopods. My inventory is rather slim right now. I need to get into that room and inventory again, but we do sell a lot of isopods as well. But tariffs, dude. So depending on what country we're importing from, most of our imports are from Europe, where there's a baseline 15% tariff. Though I hear there may be talk of it increasing again. But you can figure 15% extra adds up really quickly. And it's not the people in Europe who are paying it. It's me.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, eating those tariffs long term isn't financially stable for me. So we have to pass that along to the customer. So I'm sure a lot of people have seen higher prices over the course of the last year. It's not just 15% though either, because the suppliers in Europe are feeling the pain. The cost of everything has gone up, from the price of electricity to the price of you know, just the plastics to make the bins we hold them in, to literally everything. Freight has gone up. The cost of the brokers have gone up. Every single aspect of the business has gone up, in large part as a direct result of the tariffs. And I'll also tell you, there's a lot of Europeans who just don't really care for us anymore either. So that's also just to leave it at that. And we don't want to get political or anything. But it's painful.
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And it definitely hurts the bottom line. It definitely affects the customer, the end customer, because you guys are paying more for everything. And again, you're not just paying more for your spiders, you're paying more for your deli cups, you're paying more for your dirt, you're paying more for those shelves you're putting them on, you're paying more for the house you're living in.
Everything has gone up.
Well, and not only are you experiencing that increase in cost, but as a result of it, because like you said, everybody's feeling that, people have less money for their hobbies as well. So that also makes it a lot more,
like, even at the shows.
It's just people just don't have the money to spend.
Less and less people, you know.
Well, and I have the blessing of being able to talk and deal with vendors all over the country daily. And that is something that I hear across the board from vendors from coast to coast is, you know, a lot of people are hurting right now.
Absolutely. But you did say, you know, you import from Europe mostly. I think there's a bit of a misconception in the hobby when it comes to imports, that imports are all, you know, wild caught specimens from Africa or Asia or whatever the case may be. So I did just want to point out that when you say you're importing, you are primarily importing captive bred specimens from like Europe, where because the hobby is, you know, light years ahead of us in Europe. They have things that we couldn't dream of having. So if you want to offer your selection, you kind of have to, don't you?
Well, yeah. So, I mean, you bring up a great point. So a vast majority of the imports that we do are captive bred imports from Europe. We have done a couple of imports from Asia or Africa, but especially Africa is a nightmare. I'm never doing Africa again. We are doing another Asian import, but it's not tarantulas, so we're going to be bringing in centipedes and some true spiders and whatnot from Asia that I really want to get my hands on. But those are mostly a passion of love, because a lot of the stuff I'm bringing in I know aren't going to be great sellers. They're because I love these things. Good or bad decision making, maybe, I don't know, but no, a vast majority of what we bring in is from Europe, and there's multiple reasons behind it. But you hit the nail on the head a minute ago, where I mean the hobby is just light years ahead. They produce way more than there is demand for, and in the United States it's quite the opposite. So there's way more demand than there is supply, so we have to outsource that from other countries, even captive bred spiderlings. So even your most common species, you know, a vast majority of these, I don't want to say a vast majority, there has been a lot more breeding happening in the United States in the last couple of years, and I commend everybody for that, and keep that up, and keep up the hard work, and that's the kind of thing that we love to see. But we haven't gotten far enough yet to supply the demand, and as the hobby grows, the demand's getting even higher. So in large part, that's the whole reason why we bring in from Europe, is because supply and demand, we can get them cheaper over there, we can get more species, we can get larger quantities, whereas sometimes trying to source domestically can be like pulling teeth. Now we do source domestically anywhere we can. We do buy big lots. Any breeders that are listening, message us with your availabilities, because we do buy anything we can here to avoid all those extra costs from having to import. And frankly, we want to support our domestic people.
Domestic breeders,
Awesome.
But yeah, I don't know. That was
what would you say is the hardest species or genus to import and bring in? The most difficult to find?
Well, if it's legal, it's generally going to pop up sooner or later. I'm going to go back and say things like Typhochelana. We've never been able to import those before, right? They're illegal, and they're illegal to import. I mean, people breed them, and that's the only way we're ever able to get our hands on them. But I feel like a lot of times things get... Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I feel like a lot of times some of these species, we need to focus on breeding in the United States, because
I agree.
We cannot bring them in, and I don't want to see bad practices happen. Does that make sense?
It makes
that's perfect.
Absolutely perfect sense.
Oh,
yes.
We're with you 100%.
Yeah. It does make the captive breeding efforts even more important. Yeah.
So
I agree.
But no, I mean, if you can dream up a species, if it exists, it's probably available somewhere in Europe, or it will be at some point throughout the year. So finding available species is not usually the issue. The issue is, am I legally able to bring said species?
Gotcha.
So, or how many are available, you know? So if I'm only able to bring in, say, 25 of something, and the demand is for 225, I mean, those go quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any anything coming up? I know you said you've got a bunch of centipedes coming in. that you're really excited about. So I know I'm just going to ask a question selfishly. I don't know a whole lot about centipedes, but they are very interesting to me. So, what are some species that are good for beginners? Somebody that's a little creeped out by centipedes but wants to get into them.
So I'm going to counter that with the same answer that I give for spider people whenever I'm talking real, right? So on the website, there's beginner section, blah, blah, blah. Great for handling, great for calm tempers, whatever. Okay. The way I see it is most creatures are beginner friendly. If you do your research and you are upfront about it and understand what you're getting into. As far as a calm tempered centipede, you're never going to find one. There are a few that are known for calmer demeanors from South America. Some of your South American giants like Gigantea and Galapagos, and those are more and more difficult to find in recent years than they used to be, largely because of the laws coming out of Peru where a lot of these things were sourced. But I don't really see there being a beginner species in terms of not feisty or not needing to exercise caution with tweezers and that kind of stuff. Whenever it comes to a beginner species for centipede, I generally look at price points. So I wouldn't go for a $500 centipede your first time. I would go for a $40 centipede your first time.
Fair enough.
Learn and make your mistakes. I can tell you I've owned thousands of centipedes. I've never been bit. I've had a lot of close calls, but I don't know. Care for most of them is pretty similar, especially all your Asian species. You're going to treat them like deep and wet, like your Asian fossorial tarantulas. Okay. I mean, it's not rocket science. They're pretty simple. What I get out of them is they're super colorful. They're big, they're creepy, and I like that creep factor. I don't know if it's an adrenaline thing or what. They are super intelligent. I've seen them sit there, and this is a point for anybody ever looking to set up a centipede. Always go acrylic. Never use a bin with like vents. So like, and I've actually seen it. So what was it? Once upon a time, you see that blue handle bin down there. I had a white leg centipede in one of those. I wanted to get a big old setup, and I'm not big on spending a ton of money on glass or nothing. So I gave it a big old bin setup, and I had 2-inch vents drilled in and then placed in, and they were metal vents. And centipedes, they can't chew, but they can sit there and untwine it like a puzzle.
Oh my god!
And I actually had a pet. Well, it was one of my pets. It was one of my keepers. It wasn't for sale or anything like that. And that one got loose while we were on vacation one time, and just like that. I mean, it literally had all the strands frayed out. Okay,
crazy.
And untwined it. And then I've actually seen them sit there and work on it, and I was dumb because I knew that it was working on them, and I just didn't have time to get to it, and I made a mistake. I did find it. Whenever I got back, it was in the bathroom.
Nice way to find it.
But
that's crazy.
But I don't know. They're super intelligent. They're not as unpredictable as people think. You know, and maybe it's just, maybe I'm weird, maybe whatever, but they are genuinely my favorite creatures on the planet, and they come in such a variety of colors. There is no comparison. And it's insanity. I've seen some that literally look like toys.
Yeah,
like the mint leg ones.
They are beautiful. They're just fascinating creatures. It's just something that I haven't really got into yet, but I think they're really cool.
Well, and it'll always be a niche thing, and that's why I said it's probably a dumb move for me to import a whole bunch of them because I'll be sitting on them for a year or two before I sell out. But
Oh darn!
it's okay.
Exactly.
That much longer that I get to enjoy them.
Exactly.
Yep, we know that. We have little spiderlings that we've produced that we watch them grow and as we hold on to them, and it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
Enjoyable to
inventory
watch.
turns into personals way too often around
yeah.
here.
I know that feeling.
Now, what got you into the business aspect? Like, what made you decide to? Was it tarantulas that you started selling, isopods? How did that happen?
So when tie-dye exotics first came about, we were actually chameleon breeders, and we we were producing a number of different species. We were never one of those breeders that produced thousands of animals. We were never focused in enough on any particular species to be able to do that. So instead of focusing in on, say, panther chameleons, we focused in on like 20 different species of chameleons and tried to breed as many of those as we could. And that's kind of where the business came in. And if you look at our original logo, I probably don't even have one lying around here. I'd have to go to the other house to dig one up. But the original logo was a chameleon with some cursive lettering. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. And I still have a huge passion for chameleons, but that's kind of where we got started. And I always loved spiders. I've always had a couple of spiders. I grew up in Arizona. Even as a small kid, I had no idea it was even a hobby whenever I was a kid. I grew up around spiders and scorpions and creepy crawlies, and one day I was working at a Little Caesars, and a coworker gave us a leopard gecko for my toddler daughter, and that kind of sparked a reptile obsession. And then I remembered how much I loved spiders somewhere along the way. And speaking of, we still have that leopard gecko. My daughter's 18 now. That leopard gecko is quite geriatric, but still kicking and still with us. So that's kind of the origin story in a very quick summation. And somewhere along the lines, we kind of turned into this.
All the inverts. We were kind of the opposite. I got a pet spider to get over my fear.
Jumping spider.
Yeah, jumping spider, like many other people. And then it, turned into tarantulas. And then we said, hey, we should get some snakes. And now we have geckos and frogs. And inverts are just a lot easier to care for. I will say that. They're so much easier.
The upfront cost is really the biggest cost of it. I mean, it's as creative as you want to make it. We know breeders that get real creative with their setups and how they keep stuff, but it works.
It does.
Well,
and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on acrylic and glass to keep your spiders in a nice. I mean, they don't care if they're in acrylic or plastic as long as you give them space
and the right conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that you don't use vials. You use nice, adequate enclosures with ventilation and space.
I don't care how small it is. I'm a firm believer that this kills spiders.
Exactly.
We don't.
It doesn't vent out. It gets way too humid. There's no space to stretch out. There may be space to burrow if they actually fill it up appropriately, which nobody seems to ever do whenever I visit other people's facilities. So I'm not a fan of these. A lot of people can make them work.
Yeah.
They don't work for me.
Mhm.
And quite frankly, I'd rather just put more investments into the spiders up front
Yeah.
and know that they're going to live rather than.
Absolutely. Yep. And the beautiful thing about them is you can reuse them. So you might pay that upfront cost, but you can just use them over and over again.
Yep.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I justify spending money on them. It's fine. It'll pay for itself one day.
Yeah, until yes and no. So we recently did an analysis of what it costs to clean out and reset a container.
Oh no.
and the cost to clean out and reset a container in terms of labor, it was sometimes cheaper depending on the container just to buy new ones.
Dang. Well, that ruined my theory. Okay.
Well, I mean, the problem for me is I'll get, as I'm shipping them out, I ship them out and I ship out in vials. So I have to get them out of here, move them into a vial, and I'll get thousands of these build up, and thousands of them that just have no spider in them, and then they just take up space on the wall. And then I have to dedicate an ungodly amount of time
That's true.
to cleaning them and re-prepping them. So
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to reuse anything I can, both financially as well as environmentally.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to look the other way and just bite the bullet and spend more money.
Yeah, absolutely. For your own sanity, if nothing else.
Yeah, we do. We sit and drill out our own little cups, when we're rehousing sacks and stuff like that.
I won't use a drill. I hate
Well,
so I just have too much. So like
exactly.
If I were to try and drill or do like what is it, the soldering thing that you or whatever, it's way too time.
You'd be there all day.
Yeah, exactly.
And I picked this up a number of times, but I'm a huge fan of this cup because it has, I don't know how well y'all can see, probably not very well, but it has 2 rows of holes on either side. Okay. But it also has a flip top lid. Okay.
I love that.
I can quickly feed without as much worry about things jumping out, or my employees can. Thank you. I don't know if they want to be named or not. They're not here with me right now, but I do have help. And I can fill these up deep enough to where a fossorial will enjoy it, or a fossorial spiderling will enjoy it. I also like them for arboreals because things like baby pink toes, it's not that they don't need moisture. They need access to moisture and humidity. They just need ventilation.
Exactly.
And if you come up too high, especially in those early stages, sometimes they don't find their food. Sometimes they're just too far away from that substrate humidity. So, I mean, I like them for a huge variety of spiderlings. I mean, I keep baby huntsmans in these things. I mean, they're fantastic. I put baby centipedes in them. I put baby scorpions. It doesn't matter. This fits most of what I'm looking for up until about 2 inches.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, we're big fans. We use them too, as you can see behind us.
Yeah,
and then
earlier actually, but
and then there's the deeper ones when they outgrow them or need a little bit of room to burrow, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a shelf so you can't really see behind this workbench, but on the other side of that, we keep a lot of our breeders and stuff, and there's a lot of the taller enclosures and the deeper versions of this on the other side of that wall over there.
Yeah. Yeah, big fans.
Yeah, we keep all of our stuff downstairs in the basement. It's stacked up with enclosures almost up to the ceiling in certain areas.
Well, you know, when people tell me that they can't get another spider because there's no more space, I always tell them there's always space.
Oh yeah.
It's just, what are you comfortable sacrificing, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I
Mhm.
mean, I work from home most of the time, and I gave up. This used to be my office, and we outgrew the bedroom, so I was like, it's fine. I'll just work from a little corner of the bedroom, and the spiders can have their own room. It's all
That
good.
didn't last long because now the bedroom's filled with reptiles,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
geckos, and
It's just
Funny
how small it is.
when people start out, it's always, I gotta have the reptile room, the spider room, the whatever, or the spider shelf. But it's funny because I always hear people start out with this arbitrary number in their head.
Yes.
This many, and I'm gonna stop.
Yeah,
Or I'm
exactly.
gonna get these species, and I'm gonna stop. And I very rarely see it work.
Oh, absolutely. It's the addict mentality.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stop after 10. I'm gonna stop after 30. No,
Mhm.
you're not.
we
And
were good this weekend though at the show. We only came home with one animal. One animal.
that's great.
That's fantastic. We didn't buy any. We didn't buy any inverts.
Nobody said it was like the black dragon.
Right. And
Just the
thank
one.
you. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Alex. I am very selfless. I'm willing to give up my own space for more animals.
She gets to play with them all day while I work, which is unfortunate.
Now, do you do most of your sales in person at shows or on your website?
Okay, so expos, we do travel all over the country,
Mhm.
but they only account for maybe 10 to 15% of our overall sales. A majority of our sales comes from our website, so tiedyeexotic.com. Back in December, like it was so long ago, feels like it. But I basically locked myself up for 3 weeks. We weren't shipping during this period, so I mean, we had like virtually no sales coming in. When you're not shipping, people don't order
Mhm.
stuff, which was a blessing in disguise because it really allowed me to hone in on rebuilding our website. Long story short, I mean, we were with the old web host GoDaddy. We were relatively unhappy with them. We had very limited capabilities, and I was spending an inordinate amount of time every week on stupid administrative tasks that should be automated that just wasn't possible with GoDaddy. So we switched our web hosts. I spent 3 weeks building up a whole new website, and I am so proud of it. It is millions of times better, and it's allowed me to free up time to focus on some other things. And then I'm really stoked. But our website is a majority of where our business is generated. So we do both retail and wholesale. So if there's vendors out there, you got to be a legitimate vendor, a legitimate business. I do offer wholesale as well. You can reach out, or we have a wholesale form on the website. No, the website, hands down, is where a majority of our
Pretty awesome.
comes from.
Yeah, the new website's great.
It's pretty
honestly.
great. I
It
can
is.
attest to it. It's pretty user friendly and very enjoyable
Mhm.
to use and very easy to use.
I just enjoy browsing the selection too, because there are inverts on there that I've never heard of. And I'm like, ooh, what's this?
Well, and I mentioned it earlier. I think my favorite things, the things that get my rocks off, are the weird, the scary, the strange, or the rare. So like if I can have something that's just different, I mean, I just gotta have it. Even if nobody else is ever interested in it, I gotta have it.
Kyle said Ty uses every moment for efficient action.
I seriously love it.
It's true. You have to be efficient when you're,
Hmm.
when you've got that many animals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean, we try and do the same thing here. I mean, we reuse as many cups and enclosures as we can. Shipping vials that come to us, we put them in a big box and then they get reused to ship back out.
Got him.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep. And that's the only time that they go inside the vial for us.
Is that your shipping it, like your packing station?
Yeah, so right behind us is where we pack. So it's nice because I can fit somebody right here.
Hell yeah.
I got somebody else
perfect.
working over here.
Yup.
I got somebody working in that room and somebody working in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, you can get stuff
That's
moving.
great.
Yeah, it's really nice. So you can come in. Miss Tie-Dye is coming to check up on me.
Oh yay!
Where's Shelby? And then this is
Usually,
Shelby.
it's usually me downstairs.
Aww.
Puppy
Hi,
dog.
Miss Tie-Dye.
So, Adriana. So, but yeah.
Aw, you say that was Shelby, the doggy?
Yeah. So that's actually my first dog. I am 40 years old, and we got my first dog. She's about a year and a half old now. She is a miniature toy Aussie, whatever.
She's so
I
cute.
never thought I could enjoy or like a dog, and she changed my life. And
Aw.
Years to get him to actually want one and appreciate it.
And now he's in love.
Yes.
very much so.
Now you can get him with a second.
It took me to get him to sweet little girl like this.
Oh, she's so
We
cute.
have a stinky old man dog. He's somewhere around here. I don't know where he is. Usually he's sleeping on the.
He got
floor.
hot.
Yeah, he probably got hot and
It's too
panted
hot in the
and
spider
opened the
room.
door and walked out.
Hmm
Oh man, it's pretty hot in here. I was just feeling how hot it is. I'm actually kind of sweaty right now.
All right, well, we're
awful.
gonna take a
You
quick
know,
break for a second, and we are gonna play our Tarantula Mark video for the night, so that way we can process that, and then when we come back, we'll talk about where to find you next, and we'll end the show.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds
Let's
good.
go. Let's hear from Tarantula Mark.
Tarantula facts with the tarantula guy. And now it's time for Tarantula Mark.
Listen, you guys, it's Tarantula Mark, and everyone knows I'm the smartest guy around. That's why they always ask me about importing tarantulas. And I just wanted to let you know that if you're going to import a tarantula, make sure it's for something important. Like when I imported this special big league chew for dogs. As you can see, Big League Chew for Dogs is great. Just like importing could be great, okay? But you have to make sure that your purpose is very important, like something like captive breeding, okay? I hope that you guys all learned something today. And just for one more time, shout out to you guys. Keep on spreading the love out to Ramp.
Oh, Mark really is unhinged.
We love him. We love him.
If y'all don't mind, I want to take a couple minutes and do a little selfless plug here.
Absolutely.
So we are super excited about a couple things that we have just rolled out. So whenever I rolled out the new website, I also rolled out these adorable new little spider boxes. Okay, so they are custom enclosures from Tarantula Crib. So you can't buy them anywhere but here, at least in these dimensions. But they are fully functional everything you need to set up your spiderling. So
That's
we offer
awesome.
these on the website. They retail anywhere from $38 to $40 as an add-on. It comes with BioDude, Terra Arania substrate. It comes with cork bark. It comes with a little decor in there, and the custom enclosure. These are high quality acrylic, magnetic lids, fully ventilated, and since we rolled them out on the website, they've been the #1 selling item on the website, and they're only available as an add-on to a spider. But I'm super excited about these. You all need to check them out more. Also, we are really excited. We just partnered with the BioDude. So I've been working with the BioDude for a long time, but I just actually last week just started offering 30 of his products on our website, from everything from complete kits to floral kits to not floral, but botanical kits, and all sorts of other invert related products. So I'm really excited about that. And we got a lot more we're planning on rolling out this year. It's just turned February, and we've hit 3 major projects so far this year, and I've got a lot more planned. So I hope everybody stays tuned, because we are working it this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to be bringing.
It really is a true one-stop shop. That's awesome. You never have an excuse not to just buy the spider when you can get the whole kit and all of the accessories that you need.
2 thumbs up. We definitely give 2 thumbs up to tie-dye exotic.
These always ship free, by the way. Just saying. Spider boxes. So whenever you purchase one with the animal, it'll either ship alongside your animal, or if you purchase multiples, we may ship it ahead of your animal, but it always ships free. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And now, if we were trying to find you at a show, when's the next show we can find you guys at, and where?
Let me find out. Give me a second. I forgot to open up that tab earlier. Okay, so our next show, we're taking all of February off, but we've got NERBC in Dallas the first weekend of March. We've got Tinley Park, so Chicago, the second weekend of March.
Awesome.
The third weekend of March, we're going to be in Tucson, Arizona. And then we have a week or 2 off, and then we'll be in Salt Lake City the second week of April.
You are traveling this year.
So that is our upcoming show schedule. So that's our first big push for the year, and then our second big push will be August and September. We do have some expos in between, but I wish you could come to Florida. You know, my wife wants me to go to Florida, and I think Florida would be great, but all the rules and laws
there's a lot of rules and laws.
Supporting every single animal I come in with and leave with.
It's a lot.
Maybe like Georgia.
There you go.
Oh, I did do Georgia. I don't think it was last year. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was the year before. But I went to Georgia, and I made less than I spent getting there. So
oh no.
I maybe will entertain it again, but I think the market needs to grow there. Before I can make that long haul, because it's not easy hauling, coming all the way across the country, and then we don't typically come with a light selection.
No, I'm sure you don't.
So, for instance, like I like to do most of my shows are somewhere between 8 and 12 tables. So it's not load up the car real fast and drive across. There's a lot that goes into each one of these. So
you have to be calculated about where you go, I'm sure. But the good news is they can catch you online at any day or anytime, any day.
You see you guys can see website right there. Tiedyeexotic.com. We'll plug the website link as well
Mhm.
in the comments. As far as next month, we got Gary Poinsett from Feared to Fascinated, who's going to be coming on.
Mhm, mhm.
And I know he's excited. He's going to be talking about Ephibopus, I believe, which
That'll
is going
be
to
a
be a
good
really
one.
cool episode. He's going to talk about breeding them because it's apparently not a very
Easy.
straightforward thing, an
Yeah.
easy thing to breed that species of tarantula. So we do thank you for coming on tonight, Ty.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you for
you
having
so
me.
much.
You know, hopefully we can get you back in the future again.
Yeah.
And we can talk about some cool centipedes and cockroaches and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
everybody, please, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And go to tiedyeexotic.com, check out their selection, and buy everything. All right, guys. Have a
You
good
guys.
night.
Have a
Thanks
good
for having me.
night.